Am walking on my treadmill desk and at my desk. And yes, there's a treadmill under my desk. I have to get that out of the way because everybody always has a question and wonders why. Does it look like he's walking? Because I am walking. All right. Now that that's out of the way, I want to talk about a concept called daily huddles. On our group coaching call today, one of my clients, Stephen, he had a challenge. He's got multiple offices, and some of the team members were sort of feeling a lack of his presence while he's focused on one office and not at the other. And there were starting to, be some issues, and people were maybe communicating negatively towards each other. And he's like, sometimes the business, everything's going well, and then suddenly it feels like nobody likes each other. And I said, that sounds like a culture problem. And culture is super important in a business because it dictates the profitability of your team. And it dictates the types of scenarios and situations that are going to come up in the business. And so if you want to have a business that you enjoy being in, you need to make sure the culture fits you and that you establish this culture. Now, if you don't do daily huddles, so I'm going to talk with you about daily huddles. This was my tip to Stephen, is to start doing a very quick 15-minute, maybe 20-minute huddle in the morning with your team. This could be with your entire team. It could be done on Zoom. You can do this among multiple offices. And we do this every morning as a team. This allows you as a CEO to get some face time with your team. It allows them to see you. So we usually spend the first 5 minutes just kind of preparing and making sure everybody gets there. So we set a time in the afternoon because I want the morning where there's the most productive work. I don't want it to interrupt it. And that's when we have our best sales conversations, stuff like that. So we want our huddle to be after noon, and we're Central Time. So we do ours, I think, at 12:40. So I recommend you pick an odd time because people will be more precise in showing up. And then we do this huddle. In the first 5 minutes, what we do is it's just connecting. And we always start with a question: who has some good news to share that's not door grow related? So this allows our team members to share stuff. Like, I think my daughter shared something. She's on our team. She shared something about her mint plant growing, and she was excited about, and team members have shared things about, like going to a Taylor Swift concert, or whatever they're doing. So this allows everybody to kind of get to know a little bit about them, and people can talk about it. And we have a little conversation for the first 5 minutes. Then we officially start the huddle. And then we go into talking about, first, we share our business why statement because we want to set cultures, like what matters to us. We transform property management business owners and their businesses. So we do that. Then we get into stats. And my operator, Sarah, our COO, and my wife, she runs the meeting. I just show up. They get to see my face. I'm there. But she runs this meeting on Zoom. And she then goes through stats. And so we talk about all the stats that I want my team to know matter the most. So come up with what stats matter most to you that you want your team to also care about. So for us, it's like we talk about revenue, how much money we've made towards our quarterly goal and our monthly goal and what we've made this month, right? So we talk about revenue. We talk about how many clients are we retaining, churn rate, and how many sales we've had, stuff like this. So I recommend you figure out what stats matter most to you in your business, and you get your team all focused on that. So we go over stats, takes real quick, like maybe 5 minutes. Then we move on to related to our weekly commitments that we do as part of our DoorGrow OS planning system. But we ask, is anybody stuck on their weekly commitments? So for you, you probably don't have DoorGrow OS yet, and maybe you're doing weekly planning, but you can ask, is anybody stuck on the stuff they're working on this week? The next slide, and we have slides for all this, the next one we get into, where are you stuck? Anything else anyone's stuck on, or where do you need support? And then people raise their hand, and we just go through, and we can handle most issues in 2 to 3 minutes. It's like handling all of the interruptions throughout the day that might be thrown at you or your team. You can do it in bulk real quick and just knock these out. Anything that needs more than needs a conversation or isn't just a quick answer, we can schedule a meeting for. So we get into where you stuck, where do you need support, and then we do comp being awesome. And this allows the team to share like something awesome they feel they did, or let people know something was accomplished, but mostly it's team members pointing out other team members saying what they did and that's awesome and why they appreciate them. And this creates such a great environment and a great culture, and it allows it, like, kind of kills that toxicity that festers and grows in darkness in businesses when they don't have something like this. Resentments start to build and people don't see the good in each other. Our team, we're always focused on, like, we have multiple people. Sometimes they're like, Morgan's like, hey, thanks to Adam. He answered some cool questions for me that really helped me out. Or I thanked, for example, today, I thanked Sarah, my wife, for running the call yesterday for me, which really helped me out for a group coaching call so that I could do some sales related stuff. Right. And so this gives everybody a chance to call out in front of everybody else to get recognition, which most people crave recognition more than they crave money and bonuses. Right. Entrepreneurs and salespeople might be wired a little different. And so we tend to try and pay people when they really want more recognition, right? And so this allows everybody to feel like, hey, they're part of something bigger, get recognized, and we share, like, caught being awesome. And so we just catch team members being awesome and share. So-and-so did this, or we got this, like Sarah mentioned today, like Jason got 2 clients to upgrade into our next level of our mastermind yesterday. And I was like, yeah, right. So that's the kind of stuff we do in our huddle. After caught being awesome, we then get into, I think what we do next, Sarah runs this. We do leadership updates. So this is where it gives me or Sarah a chance to say, hey, here's what we're working on. Here's this new thing we're innovating or creating, or this is something that's been going on or that we're working on. To make everyone aware. We might say, hey, we updated our client success database with this new feature, so make sure you're keeping track of this in it, stuff like this. So it allows us to get information out. And we invite everybody on our team, to these daily huddles. Contractors, everybody that's involved, they're welcome to come. The people I expect to come most days are my executive team members that are over different departments or over different areas of the business. And this allows all of us to feel connected, to recognize each other, to get people unstuck if they're stuck on things. And you'll be surprised, people will bring up that they're stuck on things every day. There's always little things that come up. And I always, it makes me feel a little crazy. I wonder, like, before I did this, what did my team do when they were stuck? They weren't always reaching out. And so by being proactive and asking your team members where they're stuck, you'll be surprised. They start to give you some information because they'll think, oh, I'm stuck on this. Whereas before, I guess they might just try and figure it out on their own, stay stuck for a while, waste a lot of your time and money trying to figure it out when you could give them a quick answer right then. And this gives you FaceTime with your team. And then we just say, everyone, anything else? And somebody might have something, but usually that's it. And we say, everyone, have a great day. And that allows us to create some culture and feel connected every day, even though we're a virtual team. And you may have in-person team members, you may have virtual team members, but this creating a daily huddle routine each day, each weekday of your business will be a game changer for your business and help create a healthy culture and make everybody a lot happier and nicer to each other. And it will make you a lot more profitable. So I hope this helps. And until next time, to our mutual growth. Bye, everyone.